All right, guys, how's everybody doing today? Well, I have my denim outfit on today. I just left the casino, and I'm not going to make this a long, drawn out hangout, but as you can see, I'm looking good. I'm clean shaven. I got my goatee going on. I got my coconut oil on my scalp. I had my jean outfit on, my denim jean outfit, and you know, this is the second time that I've been over here to this casino that has a DJ, and I didn't really approach any women. I was just enjoying the atmosphere and the people watching and just drinking $5 draft beers. Um, I don't like to just approach anybody, you know. If I'm not getting a good vibe, I don't approach people. I generally like to be approached. But anyways, I was just enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the evening, and just having a cold beer. And towards the end of the night, there was this white BBW, probably about in her mid 30s, maybe mid 30s. I don't know, somewhere around there. Take it more or less, I'm not sure. And hey, how you doing, Tim? And in a nutshell, I was just getting a drink, and I had a $20 bill in my hand. And she's like, "Would you buy me a drink?" And right away, I read her really good. I said, "You look like you work in corporate America." She said, "Yeah, I do." I said, "You look like you're an administrative assistant." And she took offense to that. She said, "You know what? I'm a little bit higher down the chain than that. I'm an operations manager." I said, "You got to make at least $80,000 a year." And she's like, "No, I don't make that much." And she was drunk, and she was with this other girl that was a tall, skinny, good-looking white girl. And she's like, "Would you buy me a drink?" I thought if I buy her a drink, I'm going to have a little conversation or whatever, right? I'm like, "Well, I don't." I said, "Look," I said, "to be honest with you, I don't make a lot of money. Uh, you know, I don't make as much money as you. Uh, how much is the drink that you're looking for?" She says, "I'm looking for a shot." So they brought her a shot for $8. It was a little half of a glass of, I don't know what the hell was in there. And then I said, "Look," I looked at her. She has some thick thighs. I mean, she had to be at least 5'7". She had to be at least 250 pounds, this girl, at least. She was a big girl. But she was nice and curvy and proportioned nice. And she's like, and I'm like, "Hey, look," I said, "Are you a BBW?" And she looked at me like in a bad way. She's like, "What do you mean you're calling me a bigger girl?" I said, "Well, I'm into bigger girls. That's what I'm into. I'm into bigger girls. And she's like, "That's not good. That's not a good conversation starter. That's not a good first line." And she was just being obnoxious. And, you know, um, her other good-looking, white, tall girlfriend that was with her was looking at the whole situation. And I'm thinking maybe she's going to have this shot and talk to me a little bit. I said, "What kind of guy are you looking for? I mean, what?" And she's like, she just started ignoring me. And I was just trying to drum up conversation with her. I said, "Hey, that's a nice purse." I asked her what kind of car she drove. She just really just started ignoring me. I mean, she was like kind of like drunk anyway, and she was just obnoxious. And what surprised me is that she took a little sip of the shot, and then she got up and walked off. And the shot was still there. So I offered the shot to another girl that was sitting down on the bar, and the girl said, "No, thank you." Maybe it wasn't a good idea to offer that shot because that girl already took a sip out of the drink, out of the glass. But I just thought she seemed like she was friendly, and she came up to me, and then boom, she just dropped me like a hot potato. I'm like, that is freaking weird. I mean, so After that, I saw her go with a group of people behind the gambling table, and I don't know, there was a guy there and a couple other people, and I don't know if that's her boyfriend, husband, or what the deal is, but I'm not into gambling at all, so I'm just into atmosphere. So when they stop serving drinks, I'm out of there. And after that, it was very weird. It was a very negative experience. You would think if you buy a woman a drink, she'd at least hang around and talk to you for a little bit. I mean, she didn't even. She not only did she leave, but the drink that I bought her, she could have picked it up and took it with her. She just left it right there. So here it is. I buy a drink. She's not drinking that drink. She's not talking to me. She walks off. So I wasted $8 on even buying her the drink because she didn't even finish the drink. So I said to myself, man, it just, this is an example of how disrespectful American women are. I was nothing but nice to her. I was trying to drum up a conversation, and she just walks off. I mean, it just blows my mind. She came up to me and started talking, so I said, well, maybe she's a friendly girl. I don't know. And, but one of the most obnoxious drunks, gamblers I've ever seen in my life. I like the atmosphere of the casino bar, and everybody's having a good time, and it's cool, but you run into some of these obnoxious drunks, and on top of that, she's a gambler now. I don't know if she's using her money or somebody else's money, but I read her really good. I could tell she's a clean-cut professional, and I was pretty close to what she does. I mean, I said administrative assistant, but she's operations manager, which is higher up, and she doesn't make 80,000. She might make 50 or 60,000. I don't know, but. Anyway, I just don't want to ramble on and babble on. I'm just going to share this here. Fortunately, that's some woman just want. Yeah, something free for nothing. I said, what the hell, man? I was thinking twice of buying her a drink, but I said, well, if she came up and talked to me and she was friendly, why not? I'll buy her a drink. But it just gets to the point where you kind of try to think, is this woman just so obnoxious and arrogant? Or does she not like what I said? Or what? She was, her girlfriend that was with her didn't seem like she was drunk. The tall girl, skinny girl, but, it just baffled me, It just baffled me. I couldn't put two and two together of what the hell's going on. See if I can read this, because this screen is not very bright. What casino was it in Chicago? I'm not going to talk about which casino it was, but I'm sure people will figure it out. But anyways, this is good lighting here right now. As you can see, I'm clean shaven. I look good. So anyways, overall, people are pretty friendly and chill and laid back. I like the atmosphere. I like that it's a free cover charge. There's no cover charge to get in. There's a free DJ from 9 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. They start serving drinks at 3:30 a.m. They got $5 draft beers, which is not a bad deal compared to other places. And the servers and the people are nice. It's a safe atmosphere. When you go in, you go through a body scanner to make sure nobody has any guns or knives. So it's a safe environment. There's plenty of security, and everybody's pretty well behaved. It's a nice place. It's a nice place, and I enjoy going there. I'd go back again. It just it's a nice atmosphere. There's plenty of seating, comfortable seating. What's there not to like about it? And did they make you wear a mask? No, there's no smoking inside in Illinois. That's a good thing, and they don't make you wear a mask. That's a good thing. Yeah. No, they don't. Masks are optional. There's plenty of space where you can socially distance from people. There's plenty of comfortable seating. There's a nice DJ with nice music. I mean, what's there not to like about the place? A couple times that I've been there, it hasn't really been that packed, and I usually get there about 1 a.m. But maybe there's more people earlier. I don't know. But yeah, I would go back and patronize it because there's no cover charge and it's free to get in, and it's nice to people watch, and I just, maybe I should take my chance cold calling different women. But I don't take rejection lightly, and I just try to fill out the place a little bit. Women are not going to come up to you, but the ones that do come up to you are devious, like this one. That's the thing when you go up to women, you don't know what they're going to do. You really don't know what they're going to do. I'm just feeling out the place. This is my second time there, and I'm hoping to meet somebody decent, make some friends, make some connection. But the first time I went there was a couple of guys, Latino guys there, and one of them had long hair like a hippie. He was a straight guy, and the other one was a gay guy that was hitting on me, which was kind of weird. Because it's a straight bar, and this time I went, there wasn't. It was about the same size crowd on and off, and people, it's hard to start a conversation because you just don't know what the women are going to do or say. So I just go into it just, with a nice open mind. I don't know who you are, Lisa, so I'm not going to answer your question, but I just go in there to people watch, just to have a cold beer, get a good atmosphere, I'm actually not listening to the DJ, bring my own music with my earbuds. And I enjoy just people watching in the atmosphere and having a cold beer, sometimes watching the girls dance, and that's about it. I mean, maybe I should be more talkative, but again, you just don't know. With women, it's like, you just don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe I should be more proactive and talkative, but, you go to these places and these women there are going to expect you to buy them a drink if you talk to them. And then when you talk to them, you don't know what you're going to get. You really don't know what. So I go in there with an open mind. I just go in there, just enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the drink, enjoy having a cold beer, people watching, which is nice. And it's nice. It's nice at least there's no cover charge, and $5 draft beer is Mexican Corona beer. And if you meet somebody, you meet somebody. You don't, maybe I should be more. This is the second time I've went, and I really haven't went up to anybody. 2 people came up to me. This is the second time. So I don't know, if you go up to a person, what their reaction is going to be, because usually there's people in groups of 2 or 3 or more. So it's either they accept you or they don't. So I mean, But I don't think. Let's see. Watch the place that you might get a hold of something that you don't want to get a hold of. Well, I look at it, when you go to these kind of places, I'm trying to meet people that are just authentic and genuine and just cool, chill. Women that want you to buy them a drink right away, like this experience that I had was negative. I mean, why can't people just talk and have a conversation? Why does it always have to be about buying a drink? So that puts up like a red flag, I didn't know if this girl was cool or not, or what the deal was. You don't know. And she ended up being just an obnoxious, arrogant, drunk gambler. I took a gamble. She could have been a nice girl. I could have hit it off with her and had a conversation. But that's all I want to do is have a conversation. I'm not into dancing. I don't want to dance. But if I'm drunk enough, hell, I'll get up there and dance. But I mean, my main thing is just conversation, getting to know people, and uh, it's hard. It's very difficult. You're a single guy there. I have no wingman. I'm by myself, and you got girls in groups of 2 to 3 to 4, and it's very difficult to establish some sort of a connection or conversation. I'm just there looking to make friends. I'll talk to anybody. I mean, I'm looking at it just making friends, networking. But it's difficult. It's very difficult. Uh, it's very difficult, and so from here on in, I'm gonna look at going out. You know, uh, it's hard to me. Yeah, it is. It's hard to meet people in the world. So if a girl asks me for a drink right away, that's going to be a red flag, because either she's just trying to use me for the drink and take off, or she's crazy drunk, or she's um, a crazy gambler, whatever the deal is. Like this girl, I couldn't categorize on what the deal with her was, because she was drunk, she was obnoxious, she was arrogant, and she didn't even take the drink with her that I bought her. I mean, she walked off and went to the gambling table. So, from here on in, if a girl asks me to buy her a drink, that's going to be a red flag. That's a red flag. And I'm going to tell the next girl asks me to buy her a drink, I'm going to tell her what happened. And I'll say, if I'm going to buy somebody a drink, at least have a conversation with me, at least talk to me, at least sit there and, don't just take off. I mean, gee whiz. So I didn't know what I was getting into, and so the next time a girl asks me to buy her a drink, if it happens at this place or any other place, I'm going to tell them what happened and what's going on, and I'm not into that. I'll buy a drink. I'll have to establish if she wants to sit down and have a conversation and know what she's looking for. And I'm going to establish that before I buy the drink. I'm just not going to go hunky-dory buying a drink. Because now you don't want to do what they want unless you know exactly what's going on. You have to identify what the hell's going on. That means, what's the girl looking for? Is she looking for a guy to take money out of his pocket so she can gamble your money? Is she looking for a conversation? Is she looking for a boyfriend? Is she just looking to steal a drink? What the hell is she doing? It's hard for me to read this chat, guys. This maybe these girlfriends made her leave. Who knows nowadays? You know what? Her girlfriend seemed more coherent than her, the skinny one, the tall one. She wasn't making her leave. She was on the phone with somebody else saying, I'm with this guy. That's the thing with women. So next time that I get a woman, and now from this experience, because I don't really chase bar women. I really don't. I'm looking to make a genuine conversation, friendship, connection with somebody here. So, the next time that a woman asks me to buy her a drink, I'm going to establish what that woman wants before I buy her that damn drink. And that means I'm just going to ask her point blank. If I'm looking to have a conversation and I'm looking to make a new friend, that's it. And if they're not willing to do that, if they're just wanting to take the drink and take off, or want a guy to gamble his money, or whatever the hell's going on, I'm not dealing with that. You should ask them to buy you a drink, and see what they do. Well, you know, uh, that's not, I'm looking to meet some genuine, just decent people, man, So, um, this is the second time I've been there. I didn't cold call anybody. I'm just observing, getting used to the atmosphere, which is nice. I enjoyed it. I'd go back. Um, but I'm definitely going to establish, um, before I even talk to a person, we're not even talking about even buying drinks or not buying drinks or just talking to a person. Um, I need to establish the communication of what I'm looking for and ask them what they're looking for. The communication is important, it's key. But when a girl just comes up and cold calls you for a drink, after this experience, um, that's going to put up a red flag for me. That's going to put up a red flag for me because in Mexico, if you buy them a drink, if the girl's nice, she'll sit down and talk to you or whatever. Um, but this is just an example. Like I said, guys, I'm not going to go on and on about this. This is an example of American women. This woman, she's a heavier woman. She's attractive, not that old. I'm sure she makes decent money. Um, you know, but what an obnoxious, arrogant person to treat people like that. To treat people not even like a human being, with common decency, respect. I mean, hell, I don't know her from Adam. She doesn't know me from Adam. I mean, but I'm very, very offended. I'm very, very offended by this. And so after this experience, I am, whether it comes to buying a girl a drink or not buying a drink or just even talking to a woman, I'm going to first establish what they're looking for. And I'm going to say, look, I'm looking to make some new friends and have a conversation. I'm not looking to gamble. I'm not looking to dance. If they want to dance, I'll dance with them, but I'm not into that. But I'm looking first and foremost, just to have a conversation, to get to know somebody. Make a new friend, for crying out loud, man. And if it's going to be this baloney where you've got to buy me a drink and her girlfriend a drink or all this baloney, that's going to put up a red flag for me. That's going to put up that they're a gold digger, that they're a user, that they're just trying to treat people like shit. I mean, I told her I'm into bigger girls. What's for her to be offended by that? I said, that's what I'm looking for. So how is that offensive? And I didn't call her a secretary. I said, are you administrative assistant? She says, I'm operations manager. I mean, gee, freaking whiz. And, right now, after this experience, I'm definitely going to I'm not going to take my chance. I'm going to establish communication with women or with the group of women before I get committed into a conversation or buying a drink. I'm going to lay the ground rules and I'm going to say, look, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to make some new friends. I'm looking to make a conversation. I'm not looking to gamble. I'm not looking to dance. But if you want me to dance, I'll dance. But I'm not into that. But I'm not here to play mind games. I'm not here to do that. I'm a gentleman. If a woman wants me to buy her a drink, I don't mind buying her a drink, but I've got to get some substance out of it. And today I didn't get anything out of it. And so, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, when women come up to you like this woman, that's a red flag. I'm not going to give those women a chance, because now I know the style of women that they are. That's a red flag. Girl that comes up to you in a bar is most likely going to be an arrogant, obnoxious user like this girl. And I'm not going to give those girls a time and day. I'm not going to give those girls a time and day after this experience. No, not after this experience. But I'm going to have to just go up to girls and talk and see where you get. I mean, hell, it's all, there's billions of women in the world. There's billions of bars, and, you try, you'll find something. Yeah, it's not really my style. My style is really more going in. I can't really read this chat. It's so bright, these letters, the background. But no, there is no smoking in Illinois casinos. If there was smoking, I'd never go in. What casino? There's so many everyman and sleep with them instead of getting to know them. Like, just think a woman should take them straight to bed, and I'm not that type of woman. I don't know where you're from, Lisa. I don't know really. Look, the bottom line is this. If a woman comes up to me in a bar after this experience, I'm not even giving that woman a time of day, because I know that woman is messed up in the head. I've had that happen to me in Mexico too before. A girl that was on drugs that came up to me and this black guy that were in this one Mexican bar. I'll never give a woman, this is the second experience that I've had recent times, with a woman that comes up to me in a bar and it came out to be negative. Either they're crazy, they're on drugs, or they're drunk. I'm not going to give those women a time of day. I'm just going to have to go up, just be a gentleman, and try to talk to different women and communicate. Just ask them what they're looking for. I'm not here to play this game, or I'm going to buy you a drink and you use me for a drink. I'm not here to gamble. I'm here to make genuine friends and communicate, have conversation. That's what I'm looking for. First and foremost, I know what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. And if they want to do that, that's fine. And if they don't want to do that, that's fine too. No skin off my back. No skin off their back. And you just got to try until you find somebody decent. And you never know. It's hit or miss. So you just got to come up and say, look, I'm just looking to make some new friends and have a conversation. I'm not trying to play this buying a drink game. And and I'm not trying to gamble. So it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult, because how can you weed out a decent woman? I mean, if a woman is working and making her own money, what does she need a guy to buy her some drinks for? Hell, I mean, if a woman is working, first of all, I don't want to deal with a woman that has a gambling problem. I'm going for social atmosphere. So I'm not going to deal with a woman that's into gambling. A woman that drinks, that's fine. I drink. But we need to lay some ground rules here. And I'm just feeling it out. And I'm not being aggressive. I'm just being laid back. And this is the bottom line with going to these places. You have to weed the women out that are chronic gamblers. You have to weed the women out that are chronic alcoholics. And you have to weed the women out that are just nuts in the head. And this woman was all three. I was attracted to her. She's attractive. And I'm sure she's a better person when she's sober, but She was a nasty, rude woman when she's drunk. It is what it is. Anyways, I'm not going to keep on going on and on and on. This is it with my ramble. I know people are going to take this video and put it up on YouTube and re-upload it and all that, but I just wanted to give this experience. I don't really chase American women. I really don't, because of this very reason. I like going to Mexico, paying, just getting a nice woman, and even some of the women in Mexico have an attitude problem that turn me off. Some of them are nice. It's all about personality. It's all about attitude and personality in a woman, or in anybody, to make a friend. Really, I mean, and so if you look at all these women in the bar, at a club, in a casino, wherever the hell you're at, if they're trying to use you for money, that's not the right woman. If they have a chronic addiction, gambling, alcoholism, drugs, that's not a good woman. Or they could have a mental problem. They can mentally not all be there. Or they could have an attitude problem or a personality problem. So finding just a decent human being who can have a conversation with you, who you can get to know them genuinely, in an authentic way, and create some sort of a bond. Communication. That's what life is all about, communication and understanding. That's how a relationship is built. And in order to find that kind of person, you've got to weed through a lot of women with problems. So if you add it all up, it's very difficult to meet a good woman. Because either they have an addiction, alcoholism, drugs, or a mental problem, gambling. Either they're mentally not all there. Either they're financially not self-sufficient. Or if they are self-sufficient, like this girl, they could be messed up in the head or alcoholic or gambler. So it's all about really finding a woman that has a nice personality, a nice attitude, and just a nice demeanor, and a person that can hold a conversation, and a person who just wants to better her life and just be a good person. We're not talking about somebody perfect. Nobody's perfect in the world, okay? Nobody's perfect out there. But when you find, and I know this, I was in love with my last girlfriend. She's 40, she was in her 40s. She treated me really well. She was a really good woman. When you get a good woman, it makes a lot of difference in the world, because when you get a woman that's got a good heart, a nice personality and attitude, treats you good, you're gonna fall in love. You're gonna fall in love. And good women are hard to come by, just like good men are hard to come by. I don't have any addictions. I'm not a gambler, I'm not a smoker, I'm not a drug user. I drink socially, but I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a clean-cut working guy. There's nothing wrong with me. And so, it's just hard, man. It's freaking hard. It's hard out there, guys. So, my advice, and everybody knows this, when they get a good woman, they stick with her. That's the bottom line. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. When you get a good woman, you got to stick with them, because there's not many of them out there. Just like there's not many good men out there. I'm sure there's a lot of good women out there, but it's hard to find them. There's a lot of great men out there, but it's hard to find them. The reason is because, how do you find someone that you're compatible with? How do you find somebody that, it's hard. It's hard, guys. Anyways, I'm not going to go on and on and on with this. I said everything that I wanted to say. I just wanted to get this off my chest. And this is the lesson that I learned. This is the second time that I've had a woman come up to me in a social atmosphere that came out negative. And I'm not going to. Um, I'm not. I'm going to walk away um, from a woman that approaches me to buy her a drink, because this is the second time where it's been bad news, negative. And I learned this through trial and error, right? I mean, this is you don't want a woman that's going to come up to you. Now, if she comes up to me and talks, it's one thing, but to buy her a drink, that's usually bad news. Usually bad news. Anyways, it is what it is, guys. Besides that, I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the atmosphere. I come back. I know nothing's going to be ever perfect in life. You're always going to have your bumpy road. I was determined today to stay away from negativity. But this is the second negative interaction that I've had coming here. And it's not a big deal, but it is what it is. And, it's people who come up to you that cold call you. And, if I go up and cold call a person, if they're not feeling me and they don't want to talk, that's fine. I'll just walk away. It's no skin off my back. I'm fine. It is what it is. But besides that, it is what it is, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I got to get some rest. But I just wanted to put this out there. This experience that I had with this woman that I was hoping was going to be friendly, talkative, and not be an obnoxious, arrogant bitch, which she was. And why she pulled out her phone and started recording me, and she was on the phone with somebody else in the casino. What the hell is going on? It's just weird, man. Weird. But like I said, I hope. Will I ever meet a woman over here? Well, you never know. It's hit or miss. I'm just enjoying the atmosphere. Maybe next time I'll be a little more proactive and go up and talk to people and see how they react. And you don't know what they're going to do. If I go up and talk to people, it's just going to be conversation. It's not going to be, I'm not going to, play this game where I'm going to buy them a drink or all that kind of stuff, or gamble. I'm not going to do that. And if they want to talk, they want to talk. And if they don't want to talk, that's fine. I want to enjoy myself, enjoy the night, enjoy the atmosphere. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. There was some women there in different groups. They were looking at me and observing me, and I was kind of observing them, but I was keeping my distance and just enjoying the atmosphere. You go up and talk to them, you don't know what they're going to do. You go up and say, hey, what's going on? You don't know what they're going to say. It's cold calling the person. It is what it is. It's a difficult, very, very difficult thing to try to meet women in a bar setting. Very, very difficult, because you don't know what they're going to say, what they're going to do. You have no idea what. It's a mind fuck if you think about it. You don't know what the hell they're going to say or do. And you're not only dealing with one. When you're with a woman, it's a group of 2 to 3 to 4. So you're dealing with. You're dealing with 2 to 3 to 4 women, and you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they're going to say. So it's a very, very difficult situation. That's why I really generally don't go up to them, because I'm just observing and just enjoying the atmosphere, because you know, if you get into now going up to them, well, now you got to figure out what they're going to say and do. And you don't know. You don't know. You have no idea what they're going to say and do. And you're not only dealing with one, you're dealing with two. They usually come in groups of 2 to 3 to 4. 2, 3, or 4. And you don't know what they're going to say or do. So you can take your chance. But I mean, hell, uh, the girls that are sitting by the bar are bad news. They're trying to get drinks out of guys. The ones that are sitting away from the bar, maybe those are the ones that you should go up to that are more um, not trying to get a drink out of the bar. I don't know. It's a very difficult thing to do. It's a very difficult proposition. And it is what it is. So what do you do to say to break the ice? What are they going to say? You know, it is what it is. You know, maybe you can sit close to them and try to drum up a conversation. That's all you could do. Say, hey, how you doing? Or what's going on? What are you guys doing tonight? Or, you know. Uh, it is what it is. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm exhausted. This is my experience here. It was a negative one, but man, what a night. What a night. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Have a good night, folks.